Christina. This is Al. He's been telling me for a decade that he's practically a doctor. So we decided to test that theory. Seriously, though? He's not a doctor. He's an idiot. And honestly, medicine is constantly changing, so I'm probably wrong too. The point is, this is not medical advice.
Help.
Good morning.
Good morning. What have we got?
I have a 32-year-old white male, 98 kilos, came in with swelling of his eyes and lips, no known allergies, has a history of high blood pressure, heart rate's 82, sinus rhythm, blood pressure 168/78, respiratory rate of 22. He has been afebrile and his stats are at 92%. Neuro-wise, he's a little anxious. He is alert and oriented, although he's having difficulty speaking due to the inflammation of his face. Complaints of pain, 4 out of 10. He is ambulatory. Skin, he's pale pink, warm, dry, regular heart tones, +2 pulses. Respiratory, he's got some stridor and a little bit of nasal flaring, and he's a little bit tachypnic. But otherwise, doing okay. Lung sounds are clear.
Right? That would do that, yeah.
He has complained of some abdominal pain. Last bowel movement was yesterday. He was having diarrhea for the last few days. And he was on a regular diet prior to the facial swelling, which started yesterday. Musculoskeletal, he's got the edema noted around his eyes, lips. His tongue is swollen. His hands are swollen. Infectious disease, nothing. His home meds, he's on enalapril for his high blood pressure. He was also taking ibuprofen and aspirin for the abdominal pain. No access. We haven't drawn any labs yet, so that's all I got for you.
No known allergies.
Nope.
What did you say the heart rate was?
Heart rate is 82.
And he's 30 what?
32 years old.
32 years old. Swelling lips, tongue, eye, like whole face is all...
Particularly his eyes, his lips, and his tongue. It's hard for him to keep his tongue in his mouth because it's so swollen.
I have that same problem, but without the swelling. Let's go...
Ogling the nurses will do that to you.
Hey, he ogled me first. I'm a doctor. So this sounds like allergies. This really does.
Okay.
Pain's a 4 out of 10. And did you say is he able to eat anything?
He's been, he had some soup last night.
Okay.
Because of the swelling, but he's not eaten anything today.
Okay. Let's encourage eating, liquid diet, find some way to get some calories in him, and monitor the bowel movements. Make sure. This feels like something in the food, but yeah, no recent changes in diet. You said
no.
Okay. Is it lupus?
It is not lupus.
It's never lupus.
No. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the doctor. I'm just guessing.
It's never lupus. Except that one time.
It's always that one time.
What else would cause swelling of the eye?
Is there something, it might be allergies, but he's made it to 32 years old without allergies, but those can develop over time. Would you like to give something for that?
Yeah, let's rule out allergies. Put on, there's something to reduce the swelling, but he said he was taking Advil and ibuprofen
for the abdominal pain.
The abdominal pain. Did it affect the swelling? Or did it start? Was that before or after the swelling started?
He didn't notice a change with the ibuprofen and the aspirin.
He's not on he hasn't had any Advil or ibuprofen since he got here, right?
Not since he got here, no.
Okay. So let's put him on low dose antihistamine.
Okay.
And keep an eye on that. See if that has any impact on the swelling. Let's try an ice pack. See if we can bring down the swelling a little bit. Any swelling around the throat?
His tongue is swollen. That's all I can visualize. His neck does not look swollen, but he is...
What's his blood oxygen level?
92%.
Okay, that's still lower than we'd like it to be. So let's keep it line. Let's put him on oxygen.
Okay. What kind of oxygen?
The safest kind we can. Just a mask.
Face mask?
Yeah, just a face mask, but we need to keep let's keep a real sharp eye on oxygen. If the oxygen level dips too low, then let's give him oxygen in another way with a hose of some kind.
Yep.
And then we intubate? Is that how you put oxygen in there? You can get
That is
oxygen
one way to get oxygen in there. Absolutely.
Well, find the least invasive way to make sure the oxygen
That
levels
would
stay
not be
where it's supposed to
intubation. Okay.
I can't think
So
of it.
we'll start with an auto rebreather.
Yeah, let's do that one. That's what I like too.
Okay.
Let's do that, and then because the oxygen is what I'm most worried about, right? Because if he runs out of oxygen, that's just a bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, let's try that. So how'd the antihistamines do?
I mean, we gave them no change.
Damn it. Really felt like it was supposed to be an allergic reaction. Did you ask him if it was an allergic reaction?
I did ask. He said he's not aware of any allergy. He said, "Well,
Do not mock the patients.
Sorry.
Wow, I am surprised at you.
I'm more saying if I misinterpreted something, that's possible.
Well, give him a pen and paper. And then let's continue to monitor. I got nothing else.
All right, we'll give him oxygen and continue to monitor.
Next patient. That guy's dead.
Oh, dead! You were so close, though. The patient is dead.
I was closer, right?
Yes.
There was nothing allergic. There was no allergies involved at all?
No. But this can be caused by allergies.
Okay.
So what you think of with like your anaphylaxis, your EpiPen, patients who get this from foods or environmental stimulus absolutely should carry an EpiPen with them because it will cause angioedema.
Angioedema, is that what we got here?
Angioedema.
Got it. So what killed him?
Lack of airway.
Hey, I was trying to get air in there.
You were trying. So your focus was on oxygen.
Uh-huh.
There are two parts of breathing. One is the oxygen. You have to get oxygen to the lungs. The other part...
CO, just carbon dioxide has to leave the body? No?
Nope. Ventilation is the other part.
Oh.
So giving him oxygen, helpful. But if this is closed up, it doesn't matter how much oxygen you put here, it's not getting down here.
Should I have done a tracheotomy?
No, actually intubation was a good plan.
I was so close.
You were so close. You just have to go with your gut.
I feel like that was included.
Was it?
So what do we do to actually fix this problem?
So, it's actually, this is fascinating because sometimes there's two different main ways of mediated responses that cause angioedema. So angioedema is similar to hives.
Okay.
Which is the allergic response, right?
Right.
Hives are on the top layer of skin, though. Angioedema happens on the deeper layers of skin. So you often don't see. Now, if there's an allergic response that's causing this, they often have itching or like redness.
Okay.
Similar to hives. But there's also a bradykinin mediated response that is not from an allergic reaction. And so you don't get the itching. This patient had no itching and no redness of the areas that were swollen. It was just swelling. And for those patients, your what did you order? Antihistamines. Your antihistamines, steroids, things like that aren't going to work.
Okay.
So, ACE inhibitors.
I've heard of those.
Yes. They're very common. They're a medication that helps with blood pressure. So any of the like enalapril, captopril, anything that ends in prils, are ACE inhibitors. And 30% of angioedema cases are caused by ACE inhibitors.
Oh.
Not an allergic response. And it can happen quickly after being put on the ACE inhibitor, or it could be after years of being on this therapy, all of a sudden you develop angioedema.
Wait, was he on an ACE inhibitor?
He was on enalapril.
God darn it.
You did a really good job of focusing on the ibuprofen and aspirin. Those can also be involved in this angioedema process. So you had said to stop those. You were correct in that. Probably didn't help. But he was already having the abdominal pain, which is the gastrointestinal tract is another area where you can get inflammation. But of course, that's not visible for healthcare people to see. So the complaints of abdominal pain, diarrhea, poor appetite, all of that kind of stuff would be signs that there's inflammation in the GI system. So what you would want to do for this patient, well, first of all, there's no test to do to find out angioedema. It's literally your clinical assessment. You walk in, eyes are swollen, lips are swollen, you've got, abdominal pain, all of that's going to tell you, okay, we have angioedema. Now we have to figure out the cause. If you think it might be this bradykinin, so you can give antihistamines, steroids, epinephrine to see if it works. If it's an allergic response, it will work very quickly.
Right.
If it's this bradykinin mediated angioedema, it's not going to work. Or it might work a little bit, might help a little bit, but it'll take a long time to work. Mostly what you want to do is protect the airway.
Yeah, I should have intubated.
You want to protect the airway. Not because of the lack of oxygen, because that's not his problem. His problem is the opening to get that oxygen to the body.
Got it.
So that's why you need the tube there. It can take 24 to 48 hours after stopping your ACE inhibitor for this reaction to go away. Gotcha. So they may need to be intubated for a good day or two. And then not using that drug anymore. You can give FFP or a C1 inhibitor concentrate that can help reduce that inflammatory response. But other than that, it's just time, which your patient didn't have.
I was close.
You were so close.
I'm sure that'll make the family feel much better.
Oh yeah, it always does.
Yeah. No, listen, I was really close this time. So you don't need to congratulate me, but just, I'll just explain to the family that they should, feel really good about how close I got.
I just want to be a fly on the wall when you tell the family, we were so close.
We were so close.
But instead they suffocated to death.
Well, now you're so negative about this. All right, folks, that's another one. So
check for the links for additional information on angioedema.
Thanks, guys.